Welcome to yet another wonderful knowledge sharing session. You are with Dr. Maharajan. Today, we will continue to see the CSR, that is Corporate Social Responsibility Initiatives. Remember, when we talk about corporate social responsibility, we also need to think about ISR, what we call individual social responsibilities. Because a corporate is made up of individuals. So collective effort of the individuals, that is individual social responsibilities, make up the corporate social responsibility. Before we delve into our today's topic, let us quickly recap what we know about CSR so far. We know the definition of CSR, that is corporate social responsibility. It refers to the business practices which involve initiatives for the benefit of society beyond the profit maximization objective and legal compliance. We have seen also the Carroll's four-tier framework, including the economic tier, legal tier, ethical, and the philanthropic, the topmost tier, responsible for the evolution of CSRs. Then we also see how companies have started beyond the legal compliance, integrating the CSR activities into the strategy of the company itself. That is the alignment of the social responsibilities with the sustainability or the strategy of the company for competitive advantage. That's what is buzz of percentage. Now, exactly what are we going to study in this video? With these pictures, can you guess the topic? There is something like cooperation on picture, the other pictures show something like eco-friendly tree plantation and others. With this, as you guessed it right, we are going to study what are the major CSR initiatives, especially in India. So what we need to understand is the CSR initiatives, they transform the corporate resources into, that is, social capital. They bridge the gap between the business success and community prosperity. In a way, it refers to what we call inclusive development. All stakeholders should develop together, not just the company, its employees, the society, which consists of the customers, the government, all those, the suppliers, all those stakeholders should develop together. That is what is known as inclusive development. Now with this, we will see key areas of CSR initiatives. What are the key areas in CSRs are being done or can be done? Education and skill development, first and foremost. So programs are which are focusing on literacy rate, improving the literacy rate, educating those who have no access to school or even the adult education. Then providing scholarships to students for higher studies of the underprivileged. Then establishing in schools, vocational training, skill development, that is our need of the day. The skill development, digital literacy, and bringing the digital resources for the remote areas. These all things are being done and education and skill development. Then we'll talk about healthcare and sanitation. See, we all know in India, healthcare, even though the government is major player, private sector is also participating. Still, quality healthcare is not accessible to everyone. So that can be offered, quality healthcare facilities, by building hospitals, by organizing camps. So health programs, education, sanitary awareness about how to prevent diseases. These all things can be given, are being done in healthcare and sanitation. Moving on, for environmental sustainability, we all need to understand the earth does not just belong to the present generation, it belongs to the future generations also. So we need to preserve Mother Earth, protect it so that future generations can have a clean and environment. So we need to focus on waste management, energy, clean energy, that is sustainable, reusable, renewable energy sources. Then we need to reduce the carbon footprint we need to preserve the flora and fauna, what we call biodiversity, and we need to reverse or at least arrest the climate change. Then we talk about rural development and livelihoods. See, agriculture supports by way of subsidies, by way of education to the or skill development to the agricultural workers, infrastructure development, and agriculture infrastructure like the drip irrigation, like access to drone and other mechanisms, women empowerment. These all can be done or being done as CSR initiatives. Moving on, we will see some real life cases where these such initiatives are taken. Tata Groups, actually comprehensive community development. Tata Group takes on community development activities like healthcare, clean water availability uh, to the masses. The impact is almost 70,000 plus villages have been benefited. Then Infosys, digital and social inclusion. Infosys focus on including the society or the benefits of this digital revolution should reach the underprivileged. So, with enormous funds, 1,500 crores more than this, and libraries providing health care to the underprivileged. Then in Hindustan Unilever, Project Shakti and WASH programs. Through this, Project Shakti empowers rural women entrepreneurs and micro distributors. WASH, water, sanitation, hygiene programs. They help the rural people for getting clean energy and clean resources. The impact is empowered 1.3 lakh women entrepreneurs, reached 4 million households for improved sanitation, and 12 million people across India have been benefited through this. So we can see these all companies are doing good social initiatives. Moving on, now we need to see what design thinking stage, how design thinking integrates into the CSR activities. When we talk about all these things, all these companies, all these initiatives, what we are seeing refers to what? We need to understand first the empathy, the understanding the community needs through empathy. We need to see from the user's point of view. We need to see from the women point of view. We need to see from the rural people point of view. In that way, the companies have identified, actually we need to interact, direct community engagement and listening to the stakeholders. Then needs assessment, exactly, and what are the available resources, we need to map them. Then collaboration with the local non-government organizations and community leaders. Then understanding the cultural context and the experience of the people living there. So this is the empathy stage which applies to these CSR activities. This is how we integrate design thinking stages into the CSR. So successful CSR initiatives begin with the empathy that we need to understand. The key take home idea is this. Now we can have a CSR framework, a mind map, which at a glance it shows CSR initiatives, education, healthcare, rural development, and environmental sustainability. Now we can test our learnings, you can try to answer these questions so you can learn better. Now, what are the key summary and takeaways? Strategic, CSR is a strategic initiative. We have seen the real world applications. We also given references for your further knowledge. Happy learning. You are with Dr. Maharajan. Thank you.